Hello friends, today's lecture learning objectives are to understand working out of heat balance sheet, to learn measurement of air and fuel consumption. First, we are going to discuss some of the formulas which we have learned in the thermodynamics. Otto cycle efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon r raised to gamma minus 1, where r is the compression ratio, gamma reversible adiabatic index. Diesel cycle efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon r raised to gamma minus 1, cutoff ratio raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma minus cutoff ratio minus 1. Also, we have mentioned the dual cycle formula over here, but we required Otto cycle and diesel cycle formulas only. We can see over here cutoff ratio lies when there is a constant pressure process. Some of the important definitions we are going to discuss first, that is indicated thermal efficiency. Now, indicated thermal efficiency is the ratio of indicated power upon mf into cv. mf mass of fuel consumed, cv calorific value of the fuel. When we are going to calculate the brake thermal efficiency is equal to bp upon mf into cv. We can clearly see over here, in case of the indicated thermal efficiency, we are going to consider indicated power, and in case of the brake thermal efficiency, we are going to consider the brake power. Mechanical efficiency. It is defined as the ratio of the brake power to indicated power. So we can say mechanical efficiency is equal to Bp upon Ip into 100. Relative efficiency. Relative efficiency is defined as the ratio of indicated thermal efficiency to the air standard efficiency at same compression ratio. So we can write over here relative efficiency is equal to indicated thermal efficiency upon air standard efficiency into 100. Relative efficiency based on brake thermal efficiency. Volumetric efficiency. It is the indicator of the measure of degree to which the engine fills to its swept volume. It is defined as the ratio of actual mass of charge inducted during suction stroke to the mass of charge corresponding to swept volume of the engine at atmospheric pressure and temperature. So we can write volumetric efficiency is equal to mass of actual charge inducted or induced upon mass of charge corresponding to the volume of swept at atmospheric pressure and temperature. Volumetric efficiency, also alternately we can say that actual volume of charge inhaled at suction condition to the swept volume. Swept volume of the engine is determined by known dimensions of the cylinder. It is by bore or stroke. Actual volume of mixture induced is determined by measurement of fuel and airflow rate. The volumetric efficiency put the limit on the amount of fuel that can be burnt, hence on its power, since the output of engine depends on amount of air inducted. Reduced volumetric efficiency causes reduction in the power output. Volumetric efficiency is affected by the inlet air temperature, Mach number at inlet, suction pressure, piston speed, and the heat transfer during suction and wall timing. Brake specific fuel consumption. We can say it as a BSFC. Brake specific fuel consumption is defined as the amount of fuel required to supply to the engine to develop 1 kilowatt of power per hour of crankshaft. So BSFC is equal to MF into 3600 upon BP, which we can measure in kg per kilowatt hour. In same manner, we can calculate ISFC. It is indicated specific fuel consumption. Just in this formula, we have to substitute, in case of brake power, we have to substitute indicated power. So the formula becomes ISFC is equal to MF into 3600 upon IP in terms of kg per kilowatt hour. Specific output. Brake power per unit of displacement is called as the specific output. So specific is output is equal to BP upon area into length. Therefore, for given displacement of the piston, the brake power can either be increased by increasing the speed of engine or by increasing the brake mean effective pressure. Heat balance sheet. Heat balance sheet represents an account of heat supplied in the fuel and released in combustion and its utilization in the engine. Necessary information concerning the performance of the engine is obtained from heat balance sheet. In order to draw heat balance sheet, a complete test on engine must be carried out while the engine is run at constant load. Heat supplied. Heat supplied is the energy supplied to the engine in the form of fuel supplied to the engine, its heat being released during combustion. So heat supplied is equal to MF into CV, where MF mass flow rate of fuel in kg per minute, where CV is the calorific value of fuel in kilojoule per kg. Heat expenditure. Heat energy of fuel is partly converted into useful work equivalent to its brake power, and remainder is carried away by cooling water, exhaust gases, and some of heat lost in radiation, incomplete combustion, lubricating oil, which remains unaccounted for. So first is heat equivalent to BP. Heat equivalent to BP is equal to BP into 60 in terms of kilojoule per minute. Heat rejected to cooling water. Heat carried away by cooling water per minute is calculated by MW into CPW into bracket TWO minus TWI, where MW mass of cooling water circulated in kg per minute. CPW specific heat of water, which we can take 4.187 kilojoule per kg Kelvin for calculation purpose. TGE we can take in heat carried away by the exhaust gases. We can see over here TWO is the temperature of cooling water outlet. TWI temperature of cooling water inlet. Heat carried away by the exhaust gases. Heat carried away by exhaust gases, we can calculate mg into cpg into tge minus tsa. Now here interesting part is to calculate mg, means mass flow of fuel or exhaust gases. We can say here mg is the addition of Ma plus Mf, where Ma is the mass flow rate of air, Mf mass flow rate of fuel. Cpg is specific heat of gases. Tge temperature of exhaust gases. Tsa temperature of atmosphere. Unaccounted heat. Now we can see while calculating the heat, unaccounted heat, we have to add 1, that is heat equivalent to BP. Second, heat rejected to cooling water. Third, heat carried away by the exhaust gases. After adding the whichever value we get, we are going to subtract this value from heat supplied, so we get heat unaccounted losses. You can see now we are going to plot the heat balance sheet. So in heat balance sheet, we can see on left side we are writing the heat supplied by combustion of fuel, which is calculated by Mf into Cv, where heat utilization on right side we can write heat equivalent to BP, heat to water, heat carried away by the exhaust gases and unaccounted losses. So this is the nature of the heat balance sheet. This is very much important nature because one problem at the examination we have to solve on the heat balance sheet. Next, we are going to discuss volumetric fuel flow meter by burette type. We can see in this figure a simple arrangement for measurement of fuel supply in laboratory. It consists of two spherical shell, one 100 cc, second 200 cc capacity. These are connected to two three-way cock so that one spherical shell feeds the engine while the other is filled from the fuel tank. The time required to feed the given volume of fuel is noted. The mass flow rate, for this we can calculate Mf is equal to volume upon time into density, where we can see the disadvantage of this method is it does not give exact mass flow rate due to variation in density due to the temperature. So you can see we have right here mass flow rate Mf is equal to volume upon time into density of the fuel. We can calculate density of fuel is equal to specific gravity of fuel into density of water. Specific gravity is equal to density of material upon density of water. So as we have discussed, this method does not give very accurate mass flow rate due to variation in density with temperature. Now next method is gravimetric fuel flow meter. This arrangement for direct measurement of mass of fuel supplied. When the measurement of fuel supply is not required, the valve B is closed. The valve A kept open so that the fuel from the fuel tank is directly supplied to the engine. When the measurement of fuel flow is required, both the valves A and B kept open. The quantity of fuel in the flask is weighted on the balance. After this, the valve A is closed. The valve B is kept open so that the fuel from the fuel flask flows into the engine and the time is measured. The quantity of fuel in the flask is again weighted. In this way, the mass flow rate of fuel supplied to the engine can be determined. Next method, we are going to discuss airflow meter. The airflow meter is for measurement of air consumption in laboratory. It consists of a surge tank of capacity 400 to 600 times of displacement volume of the engine so as to reduce the pulsation. The surge tank is connected to the intake side of the engine with an orifice cross section and of known coefficient of discharge. The pressure difference causing the airflow is measured with the help of water manometer. The pressure difference measured in terms of centimeter of water and the corresponding pressure difference centimeter of air. Based on unit manometer, the head in terms of air we have to calculate because we got the difference in terms of water. Now here density of water we know 1000. So we can measure the volume flow rate which is equal to CD into A under root twice G into delta H, where CD coefficient of discharge for given orifice, A cross section area, delta HW head of water which is converted head into the air. Now in this way we have discussed various methods for the measurement of air and fuel consumption. Also we have discussed the to draw the heat balance sheet. Thank you.